I make you my yes. Woo! I've been waiting to do this one. I have been waiting to do this one. God damn, is it fucking hot in this mask. But you've been resting a lot lately, haven't you? You've been sleeping more than you're used to. And you're feeling recharged today waking up. In the past couple of days, waking up, you've still felt tired. You're like, what the fuck is going on? Why am I still tired? I've been sleeping so much. Your body's been getting you ready for something. A manifestation. Somebody wants to play. There's been a change in the wind. The current is being pulled to you. And spirits need to make sure you are on pause during a lot of forward movement this week with other people, other moving parts. You've been off so something else can be on. There's been a lot of death, ending of old, bringing in new. It's like hibernation as well, is what I'm being told. Distractions will always try to get in the way. But you know when it's time for you to make a decision and when it's time to be at peace with fate and allow the answers to come to you. Okay, so this is definitely about family abundance. This is somebody that sees themselves making a lot of intimate memories with you. So this is a manifestation of love. Somebody sees your true higher self. We have to have one more. So what is all this sleep and getting you ready for? It looks like somebody is about to give you a form of an apology or an explanation. All right, let's see what we got. So, this has been so much progression of self-work. You see, as above, so below. Whenever we choose to do the work, that's how we continue our law of attraction. When we choose to not allow others' decisions to dictate what decisions we make based off what's best for ourselves in that moment, we propel forward. There's no more competition. Take it as it resonates. The thing that matters the most, that means multiple ways when I say there's no more competition. But the main, most important way is within self. You are not saying, I have to do this to be deserving of love. I have to go here. I have to do it this way. You've let go of control. You've been a person that's had to have so much control for a very long time. And that's not in a narcissistic way. It's a safety thing. You grew up with so much instability. You finally gained all of it. And you don't want that to go away. So without realizing it, you've had control issues. You've been patient. You have decided I am not going to make myself feel like shit for being a human. I notice my cycle repeats. And I have corrected them. There is no waiting. There is no fixing. I have corrected what was needed. I'm being called to purple today. Purple incense today. So the purple incense are the devil. This is much of releasing basically what you felt you were supposed to be this whole time. Somebody else releasing what they felt like they should have been this whole time. Like you thought you had to be this form of a savior, showing I'm different than everybody else. Without realizing it, that was love bombing. There's two forms of love bombing. There's love bombing through toxicity, through being a narcissist, wanting control, but then there's also love bombing from scared of separation. or fear of doing not enough. So you overgive. Spirit's been trying to show you signs, or Spirit was showing you signs over and over again, a humongous thing that was stalling your progress in your manifestations arising was that you were continuing to overgive. Law of attraction is about a balance give and take. When it's time for you to receive, you must allow yourself to receive. When it's time for you to give, you must allow yourself to give. You got the giving part down. It's the receiving part that you have upgraded in. That's another reason Spirit's put you on pause and made you tired, so other moving parts can happen, so you recharge. So, somebody has not only decided it's time to take themselves out of the pot that no longer fits. They've bought more soil. They've bought in a new pot. And it's time to place. Okay. Before I read this, oh my god. Oh, this thing's fucking hot. Did as long as I could. As long as I could with that on. It's time to take the mask off. Somebody's like, I don't need cover anymore. So, while we explain to you why this person is coming in, we have to explain to you what you changed. So you guys are anymore. So, while we explain to you why this person is coming in, we have to explain to you what you changed. So you guys know I use multiple different tarot decks. I do that for all the different energies, but also if we pull doubles. So we pull doubles of the same card, they're serious. We pull doubles when it comes to your past. You see, there was this stagnation. There was the sense of you being unwilling to follow the answer. What was that? For a long time, the answer was you were not supposed to be with this person. You were not supposed to be at this job. This is not meeting your frequency. You're settling. And the more and more you tell the world you're okay with settling, that's all we can bring you is that frequency of what settling brings. They were showing you these answers that for the new journey, you have to, for a new partnership, you have to be willing to unlock the past, to embrace the new, not harp in the past. You had found your future in other people versus future in yourself. That was part of your cycle repeating. And we had to have, before anything else could happen, there had to be a destruction of that. Think about a trial run. Okay, all that, even if you don't play video games, all that keeps coming to my mind is like, you know, like in Call of Duty and etc. when you're starting the tutorial and you have to go through like the trial run, the gun range or whatever. And if you don't go at a certain pace, if you don't get enough points, yada yada, you have to redo it. It's not saying that you're failing. They're like, we need you to be prepared. This is what's gone on. The continuous trial run. And there was times you did put a complete end to it. You did put a deep destruction to it. But then, what? It would crumple back. The same exact thing. A cycle repeat. Ace of Swords twice in reverse. Two different decks. The correct answer for you, to be quite frank, on why is it as soon as I give people my all, they go away, it's because of the energy intensity of what your all is. It's intense. It's good. It's high vibrational, but it's a lot. And when a person hasn't been used to any vibrations at all, I'll reward that. Your vibrations. Somebody this high, somebody this pure, it's hard to look within and say, shit, what am I not battling? Feathers, white feathers are a big forward movement. I keep seeing the smoke, so there could be also a sense of, I'm taking this two ways. Either the masculine in this dynamics wears smoky types of colognes or scents. I'm also getting something, about a bonfire as well. Something about a bonfire. Take that as it resonates. But it feels like a future event. It feels like in the past, you've been reborn from the ashes, but I actually smell like a nice burning fire and feeling relaxed and wearing a jacket and cold. This could be a vision I'm seeing of you and this person spending a holiday together, enjoying this weather together. Another thing of your cycle repeat was giving yourself to ones who would burn you. A lot of people are seeing you differently. This is a love reading. This is an overall reading as well, though. A lot of people are seeing that they manipulated you and they're sorry for it in the past. That they were manipulated by others and did this trickling effect. You have a lot of soulmates who want to apologize to you, but are scared to reach out to you. And soulmates, we have so many more than just romantic. We have thousands of soulmates. Soulmates are friends, they're family, they're animals, they're plants, people. These are Platonic soulmates we're talking about right now, who want to apologize. That they caused you pain because they didn't know themselves. A lot of people have changed their introspection. They're very proud of the road you've gone down. You've seen everything. That was another thing you had to release. Thinking you weren't enough. Feeling that it was only strong. See, you were the person that was kind of opposite. You're like, the only thing that's strong is continuously not giving up on people. And that is a half correct. Go with me here. Never give up on what's meant for you. But understand, giving up is not letting go. And letting go is not giving up. Letting go of control and of saying, damn, you know what? Up to this point, I've been doing what I was supposed to do, guided by spirit. But life is constantly locking and unlocking doors, right? So there's this sense of it's time for you to go ahead and pull nourishment from outside your normal source. I'm going into somebody else's head here. I'm going into their person's head here. I can feel when I do person shifts. My personality, the way I feel, it changes. We're switching into the other person. Okay, that's the whole pot out of themselves. I can't shake it off. I know I'm wearing Michael Myers right now, but Friday the 13th, Jason Voorhees, etc. is just very much resonating right now. So maybe that person has a tattoo of that. Maybe that person and you connected a lot on that movie, but also Halloween. So maybe Halloween, Michael Myers, and Friday the 13th are two things that very much you two connected on. Wow. So, you went through this cycle repeat of pulling people in with the law of attraction, then seeing the fruition, then seeing the highest timeline, and almost skipping the plays to get there. Because life is a game of chess. Everything is. You can't just put your king down or move. You have to be strategic. And you saw the bigger picture. You saw the map, but forgot to do the steps. That's where that cycle repeat with people would come. But now I am willing to follow the answer. For all the times of being blinded, all the times of not having the growth, is why now I can see clear as day when I'm stepping in the way of my own fruition. You've released malevolent will. This is beautiful because also we were called to use the devil incense. And we also pulled the devil in reverse, freeing malevolent will. So this is a time of efforts being received to you, collecting. And that's the biggest thing you've really mastered now about this law of attraction time. You're a grinder. You're somebody that's had to work so hard for your whole life to find your own inner protection, your own inner compass. You were not taught healthy boundaries. But guess what? You have this ability to teach other people healthy boundaries. You stated if one person, let me tell you something, it's been a lot more than one. You're very successful. If one person gets to skip a cycle repeat that I did, I won. I am never a failure. Anytime I failed in the past, it was an opportunity for me to prove to myself how fucking strong I am and that I always get back up. To take the leap of faith, you've always done that and it's never been wrong. You're strong, you're guided, you're protected. You own the King of Swords energy. A lot of people say that this is just a disciplined source. Could be stern, could be mean even at times. Yes, but I see the King of Swords as so much more than that. They're disciplined because of how much they care about you, because what they see in you. They're strict with themselves. That's why they're strict with others. But this king, for a very long time, saw people around them living beyond their means in more ways than material. Fake confidence. The whole, what's the thing that we used to get told? I'm sure you were told a lot as a kid growing up. Do as I say, not as I do. No, that's fucking bullshit. That's fucking bullshit. Lead and follow by my example. You've been in a time of receiving. Your law of attraction is the most high vibrational it has ever been in your life. And it's continuing forward. So you follow the answers. This is leading into a love reading now. Somebody's at peace with faith that it's time to reach out to you. When I say they're ready to root themselves out of this pot, this is any day now. This is any moment now. Of somebody who you were at peace with fate that we will find our way back to each other when the time is right. You were so grateful this person did not end up being with you when you first wanted because you were not ready. The thing though is this person always has seen you as this leap of faith type of person. They've gone through internal battles about trusting you in the past, but that's been long gone. They've unboxed a whole other world in your time apart. And it feels like it's been at least a couple of months to, at the most 2 years maybe 2-3 years. That's the last time you spoke. A couple of months for sure. Back almost to like a 3-year range. Collective, take what resonates. They want to bring you a flower, a single offer with so much more. Embrace a beautiful, strong. I'm just seeing white roses. Roses, but like white roses too. The white rose could even be a tulip. So tulips or white roses, yada yada, could be much forward movement for you. You've released malevolent well, and so has this person. Somebody that was clouding them, taking away their energy. During the time of you sleeping so much, they've been able to gain energy to kind of untell the web of what that is. There's also somebody that's been watching you a lot online. You've been seeing spiders. You're going to see a really, even if it's not in your home, it could be outside your home or somewhere that you frequent a lot, a beautiful fucking spider web. Like, the spider put mad hard work into it. It's huge, it's beautiful. And it's signs that like spiders and bats are a big forward movement here. There was also a sense of there could have been some form of like a sub. You've released malevolent well, and so has this person. Somebody that was clouding them, taking away their energy. During the time of you sleeping so much, they've been able to gain energy to kind of untell the web of what that is. There's also somebody that's been watching you a lot online. You've been seeing spiders. You're going to see a really, even if it's not in your home, it could be outside your home or somewhere that you frequent a lot, a beautiful fucking spider web. Like, the spider put mad hard work into it. It's huge, it's beautiful. And it's signs that like spiders and bats are a big forward movement here. There was also a sense of there could have been some form of like a substance from the other person that was taking a lot of control over them, that they've been able to harness. They've been able to fulfill. They were being fulfilled through some form of substance, and now they see, I don't need that to have fulfillment in life. There was so much behind the scenes. And they're going to say, I never saw you as a doormat. And the last thing I wanted to do was end up treating you as a doormat. And I wasn't myself at those times. I didn't even know who I was. I thought I knew who I was. But then I got cut open deep by another person who let me see what I needed to do, where I was stagnating. And then I found you. You have this, you have the dark aesthetic, like, but there is also this like childlike innocence about you, this purity. Wow. So now they're bringing you an offer stating like, let's do this. Let's build a castle. I don't know what that castle is going to look like. I don't know who's going to be in that castle. I don't know what it's going to entail, but we have to start before anything else. We have to build the bricks. We have to work together. And that's what they're stating the time is now. You both have released also not only grief mindset of other people, habits, etc., the self-bully, the parasite. You're not in inner turmoil anymore. Don't get me wrong. You're human. And you got your moments throughout the day where you're like, oh, but you get yourself. You know yourself. And it looks like you two have found each other's hands. Maybe there's somebody's hand that's guiding this. Your GPS, I'm with them. Your GPS has been pulling you like this. Go here. You could feel it. And like it feels a lot like when they're pulling you, they really are pulling you by your right arm. So if you feel yourself kind of like at times something like this, like a pull, not just like a hand on, like a real like something, this is your GPS, your past loved one that helps you make your left path, right path decisions, pulling you in a certain direction. And when you're in front of this person, you're gonna feel that. This is something to defend to the end. Owls are big forward movements. Any sense of unwillingness, it's gone. Unwillingness to see the full picture. Unwillingness to talk about what needs to be talked about. But also the unwillingness to see that, hey, maybe I am supposed to be happy. Maybe I can feel confident. Maybe this won't hurt me like other people did. This person stating, I told myself for a long time I can't go through this again, but you know what also I can't go through? Another day, another moment of knowing I'm avoiding my destiny with you. That you're worth the jump. What oracle cards have we got? Absolutely, they're going to be stating like an apology or some form of answer. I don't like stating apology because for this reading, for this dynamic, this person was picking themselves. Were there times that you could have... It's a hard thing to say if you were deserving. Go with me here. I'm here to tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. It's hard to tell somebody if they were deserving of an answer when you weren't with somebody to begin with. There was a lot of miscommunication. There was a lot that the person does feel sorry for. And they're going to apologize. And what you're going to state to them is you don't need to feel sorry for those things. I appreciate it. I understand, and it says everything about you that you are apologizing. But understand, I already forgave you. I already forgave myself. This is what the person is saying. Whenever I'm in my own personal place of paradise, at nighttime, when everything shuts off, you are what comes in my mind. You gave me a lot of strength, and I was very much afraid of, as soon as I gave you my all, or told you how I felt, you would change. There were so many other parts of my life that were not together, that I didn't want you to know, or I didn't want other people to know, or I didn't want to be embarrassed about. Take it as it resonates. That I had to unlock some other secrets in my life as well. But I want you to be in my bubble. I want you to know how much I care about you, and that I can see us traveling this journey of life together. This is how you're going to take the dynamic and what Spirit's guiding. This is redemption. Okay, I like the pairing of the apology and the redemption, because neither of you, like, you've said you're sorry to this person when technically you were nothing to be sorry about. But it showed everything to this person who you were, and how you take ownership of anything, even in the smallest thing where you're like, this could be my fault, my influence, I will take acknowledgement for. This person's like, okay, this is my turn to do that for them. There's been family dynamics. There's a past life connection. And you might have even asked for help. You've asked for help with people about this. Like, should I let this go? And you've only talked to a few handful of people because you're somebody that keeps your information very close. When you really needed help, your people told you not to let go of this. Your people told you that there is something here, and that you know yourself, and that this is still a story in the writing. To hold your breath and let them speak. This is going to be a volcano effect. Everything rushing up at once. This is going to be a time of you telling them, listening, but then when it's your time to talk, telling them how I came to the point where I don't have to search for guidance when it came to you. For a long time now. Spirit just always showed me signs. I became at peace with fate. I will always be, this might be scary to say, but it's true. I'm always going to be in love with you. I can go forth the rest of my life being okay if you're not in it. Because I live for myself. And I am destroying myself every moment I tell myself I'm not in love with you. Just because I can't be by your side. That's conditional love. I love you unconditionally. And for a lot of you here, saying the word love and etc., it's too soon, or it would make expectations. So take it as it resonates. A lot of you here know it's not time to say those words, but filling them, there's nothing wrong with that. You know those things. By the time you say it, I basically feel like it's been enough time of provence, of 3D world provence, not the person proving something to you. You've proven to yourself that your feelings and everything aren't going away. You've told yourself so long you love this person, you're able to verbalize it and out. So this is a time of, like, you're going to be explaining to them also what you've learned at this process and how you've talked to other people and how your true friends, your true family was like, yeah, there's something here. Wow. So the energy they're telling you to center focus on sending them as we speak. Okay. The screaming with the yo-yo. Joking, talking, yada yada. Good vibes, confidence. They're saying, like, allow yourself to be yourself, free. Allow you what is the yo-yo? It's a perfect sense of law of attraction. You have to force yourself to make the movement, but then it has to come up by itself. If you try to grab it or whatever, it's not going to work. So that's the energy they're saying. They're like, send that love, and then peace, it will roll back. With the snack boxes, like, if you've been Another thing to send them is courage of like self-love. All I'm seeing with the snack box is food. So there could be this sense of like saying, maybe there's this sense of energy of like, this is such an interesting one. It's definitely part of a further vision of seeing you guys eating together, going to some form of event, maybe even a comedy club, because that just looks like a ticket or like something for a comedy club for me. But also, it really definitely has to do with like loving the body you're in. Send them the energy of, I love your body, the way you look. Inwards, absolutely, we've solidified that. Now their higher self is like, okay, let me know a little bit about my body too. What you think about that? Nothing wrong. Point blank down to every inch, every curve, everything. Point blank, perfect. That's the energy you send them. You're also saying them this energy of, it's go time. There's no decoys. We've fought through the maze. Vroom, vroom, let's ride. The word vroom's on here. And I think that's who is that? Who sings that? Charlie XCX, I think? I fucking love that song. So fucking funny. I always see the dog. You know that TikTok of the, like, I think it's like a chihuahua in a little toy car? It's like, let's ride. Dum, 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 dum. Oh my God. That's a channel song for sure. Love. Detonating the future. Like, going ahead and just exploding. Tell me. Volcano effect. Send them the energy of, bring me your volcano. I can for a comedy club for me. But also, it really definitely has to do with like loving the body you're in. Send them the energy of, I love your body, the way you look. Inwards, absolutely, we've solidified that. Now their higher self is like, okay, let me know a little bit about my body too. What you think about that? Nothing wrong. Point blank down to every inch, every curve, everything. Point blank, perfect. That's the energy you send them. You're also saying them this energy of, it's go time. There's no decoys. We've fought through the maze. Vroom, vroom, let's ride. The word vroom's on here. And I think that's who is that? Who sings that? Charlie XCX, I think? I fucking love that song. So fucking funny. I always see the dog. You know that TikTok of the, like, I think it's like a chihuahua in a little toy car? It's like, let's ride. Dum, 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 dum. Oh my God. That's a channel song for sure. Love. Detonating the future. Like, going ahead and just exploding. Tell me. Volcano effect. Send them the energy of, bring me your volcano. I can handle you. Your intensity, whatever you think that's a lot. I got you. That's me. I live for that. Send them the energy of, blow up. Let's do this. Fireworks. And then chocolate's a big forward movement. Crunch bars. You know those crunch bars? Well, like, you could really like chocolate, but crunch bars, something about crunch bars with this person is a big forward movement sign. You could like candles as well. Spirit, right now, this also is a double meaning message. When the person's back in your life, make sure to remember you're a giver. One of your love languages is giving. But your person has had people in the past that gave them things and always expected something in return. It was almost a trap. Do not overgive. Think of it like this. I'm going to give a real example, okay? You know that your person's favorite candy bar is a Crunch bar. So you are like, oh, I'm gonna go to the store. I'll grab a Crunch Bar for them. I'm thinking of them. They'll love that. You bring home a Crunch Bar. They're so happy. I'm glad I've been craving chocolate today, whatever. Versus if you would have gone ahead and bought one of those those huge candy bars. You would have came home and presented them with that. They would have been like, whoa, that's huge. I mean, cool. Whoa. Just think of energy intensity. When you give a big gesture and you think it's going to be taken as that little candy bar, it can be overwhelming. Make sure with this person you are a giver, and that is important. That's imperative for you to be able to express. But allow this to be organic. Don't overgive. Don't fall into a state of, I have to do things. Send them the energy of, I got myself in check. I give to myself. I can give to others. Send them the energy. And I keep saying with the lunch boxes, and then the word school is on this card, and it's just like there's something about school here. Maybe this person was thinking back to high school. Why were they thinking back to high school? There's somebody that they could have been connected to from high school, a love dynamic or etc., where they're like, this is done. Like, we said we were going to step up. We said we're going to do things. Just take it as it resonates. However this dynamic is, because these are collective, there's a mood enhancer with all involved. So either there was a compromise made and understandings, having to talk and bring somebody from their past into this dynamic doesn't necessarily mean a bad person from the past, karmic, anything like that. There's just some third party, either conversation or person. This also could be a sense of being with somebody since high school and realizing that they had to separate from it and going ahead and stepping up and doing what was best for them. They can also have questions about if you've been in relationships, yada yada. Yeah, there's this energy. This is the energy that they're sending you. This is all what they're doing, the forward movement. But for you, it looks like there's going to be a lot they have to step up to and say, what's been closed down. What people are in your life now, what people aren't. There could be people attached to high school with this person as well. Like people you knew from high school, knowing this person, and in the past could have talked maybe down about you. Or maybe these are collective tastes what resonates because it's deep in energy intensities. Whoever they talked to about you, it wasn't just, oh yeah, I went to high school with that person. It was like, oh, I went to high school with that person. Or, oh, I went to high school with that person. There's so much to unpack. It doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter. Because those people, they didn't know themselves at that time, and you didn't know yourself. You were younger. This is either high school or college years. You guys got a lot of impact. There's a total change of introspection. All people involved. This is beautiful. This is growth. This is the work. And you all should be very proud of yourselves. We're doing it, guys. Every fucking day. Butterfly effect. You realize the worth in yourself. You lead by example. And watch what the fuck happens around you. This is your continuation. You're on your golden tour journey. That is what I have for you guys today. And I will see you when I see you. All right. Let's get it.